Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, children. Welcome to the online teaching academy, Ekalaiva. In the previous class, we got to know about the poverty with two typical cases of poverty. Then, in the second video, I just taught you about the poverty which is seen by the social scientist. Now, we are on the third topic, that is poverty line. What do you mean by poverty line, children? Line itself is suggesting certain benchmark, isn't it? Shall we go in depth with this topic, children? Yes. Now, what is poverty line? As I told you, line is said to be a benchmark. So, on the whole, we can come to a conclusion that is poverty line is said to be a benchmark, right? Which defines poverty. Which defines poverty. Now, what is that benchmark, children? We have to know about it. So, it is a common method to measure poverty, right, in on the base of income. So, if a person is having an income which is enough, where he is having a basic necessities, then he will not be under the poverty line. But if the people or certain people are not having the income where he is suffering for the basic amenities, then automatically he will be under the poverty line. Right, children? Now, poverty line may vary from time and place. Right, children? Now, what do you mean by time? Just imagine, children. Before 10 years, 1000 rupees, that amount was considered to be a heavy amount, right? But presently, if we say 1000 rupees, it is not at all considered as a big amount, right? So, according to the time, we can say to it that even the money value is reducing. So, according to the time, even the poverty line amount also will be based on it. Shall we move on to the place? Now, the place in the sense, if we just see in America, the person who is having a car is said to be a person who is having a moderate life. Just imagine a car in India is said to be automatically a luxurious one, and we will be saying that he is really a rich person who is leading a very luxurious life. I think I've made you to understand, children, time and place. Then, secondly, a minimum level of food requirement is required for all the people, children. Like you have clothing, you have footwear, fuel and light, educational and medical requirement, all are determined for subsistence. In order to exist on this earth, we have to have all these things. So the physical quantities of these items are multiplied by their prices in rupees. Right, children? In rupees, we will be multiplying all these necessary things, whichever I told you just now. So we can just put to it that the basic requirements, right? The basic requirements, whichever I told you now. Then, now what is very much important, or what formula we have to follow for this? Present formula for food requirement while estimating the poverty line is based on the desired calories. Desired calories requirement. Now, you might ask me, why this calorie, ma'am? See, children, in order to work, we have to have a food. The food which we are consuming are said to be a valued food where it contains certain calories. So, we do have a measurement for these calories, children. If you are in the rural area, right, you need 2400 calories, it seems. How much? 2400 calories. That is for a person for a day. So it is per person per day. Then in urban area, we need 2100 calories. Now, it may vary according to the age, gender, or the work which you do. Now, there is one more question. Why in rural areas you need 2400? Why in urban areas you need 2100 calories? See, children, we already know when compared to the rural area, the urban Aryan people are said to be having a little, to an extent, a sophisticated life, children. But the rural areas are facing, even to this day, a lot of problem. That is transport. Not only that, even the work, what they do is said to be very much more when compared to the city life. So automatically they work more, so they have to eat more. So we can come to the conclusion stating that they need 2400 calories of food what they consume. Right, children? I think I've made it clear that the physical work just takes lots of energy consumption. So automatically the rural area people will just have too much of work, and they give too much of work for their physical activities. So automatically they have to have more calories of food. Right, children? Now, for the year 2011 and 12, okay, children, the poverty line for a person was fixed at rupees 816, right? Okay, per month, per month in rural area, and rupees 1000 per month in urban area. Now, once again, this is, I'm just saying this for a single person, children. So, per month for a single person. Now, once again, there is a question. That is, why, ma'am, in rural area, 816 rupees, in urban area, the amount is 1000. Now, we can just say that when compared to the rural area, the urban area will have heavy amount, or they are paying more amount. Why? Because the production of certain commodities takes over only in the villages. So we can see to it that they buy for it in a very less rate. But as far as the city is concerned, because of the transport, because of all the other taxes, we have to pay more for it. So automatically here, we do have almost 1000 rupees for a person in urban area, and almost 816 rupees in a rural area. So if a family is having 5 members, so automatically we can say that in rural area they need 4080 rupees, okay, in rural area, and 5000 rupees in urban area, children. I think I've made it very clear to you, right? Now, how are we coming to the conclusion of so much amount, miss? How are we making it to know so confined? See, children, for this, we are just having a survey which is being conducted periodically. Now, these surveys are being conducted by none other than NSSO, that is National, okay, National Sample Survey Organization. Got it, children? These people are the one who are just conducting periodically the surveys, and with this, the poverty line estimation is granted. Right, children? Now just imagine, so we need to just keep revising the poverty line. Now, the poverty line estimation may vary, children. Why? Because before 10 years, the mobile was nowhere existing, but now mobile has become a very essential consumptional product. So, what happens when we just have a survey periodically, automatically we can come to a conclusion that what is the exact rupee with per month in a rural area, or for in an urban area a person deserves, children. So I think I've made you to understand about the estimation with the poverty line. Now we can see that poverty line has decreased as far as India is concerned, children. Has decreased as far as India is concerned. But we have to see one more thing, children. Even though the poverty line has decreased in India, along with it, okay, this is poverty line has decreased. But what happened? We can see simultaneously the population being increasing, children. Okay. Now what happens? Whatever we have done over here will not have any value when population has risen. Just imagine if your salary or the wages have been given more, but along with that, the commodities value also has risen. So automatically, you will not have any savings. In the same way, if the poverty line has decreased and population has risen, no solution can be made, children. So we should see to it, even the poverty line is decreasing, at the same time, the population is balanced. Then really we can come to a conclusion that our country is just growing in a very good progress. Okay, children, I think I've made you to understand what is actually a poverty line and what is the amount of calorie what a person should have, the amount of money what a rural person or a urban person should have, and who is conducting all these surveys. Shall we just have a quick recap, children? Yes. Of course, this is our logo. Yes. Yes, what I told you, just you can see in this picture where this person is just under the poverty line, and of course this is the picture which is depicting, see the sanitation or the place where this person is living. Yes, children, what I told you, the calories of food requirement which these people should have, that is 2400 for the rural people and 2100 calories for the urban person. And of course, this is the logo of NSSO where they just conduct the surveys periodically. Okay, this is the estimation, children, which I told you. Just see in this area where you can see to it that almost everywhere we are seeing to it that there is a decrease in this poverty line from 93 to 2011. But when you see over here, the population is almost 407. So what happens when compared to the previous year? So the balance cannot be maintained, children, right? These are the expected question. What is the concept of poverty line? How does it vary with time and place? Describe how the poverty line is estimated in India. Do you think that present methodology of poverty estimation is appropriate? Now, this is not the end of the lesson, children. It will be continued in the next part. To receive online lessons, please press the button subscribe. You will receive the latest update, children. Thank you. Have a nice day. Be safe. Take care.